Greetings. This is the Get To Free Press, and I'm George Boston Rhines. The next few videos will be to highlight the problems across the state of Georgia. And I want to commend Ms. STACEY ABRAMS for being the guest speaker at the Brooks County 2020 Freedom Fund Banquet on February the 27th, 7 o'clock. She has been taking on the issue of voter intimidation, voter impediments, voter suppression, clearing people from rolls, etc., etc., etc. I want to add to Ms. STACEY ABRAMS' agenda to work for the black elected officials that are elected but are attacked after the voters vote them into office. Since December the 21st, 2010, I have documented facts for many cities across Georgia, in Madison, Florida, about how they attack elected officials and remove them from office by the help of white folk, black folk that join them, members of law enforcement, the judicial system, and others, including the Secretary of State's office with Brian P. Kemp, who is now the governor of the state of Georgia. I have traveled to Macon. I have invited these black officials to meet with me in Macon for an interview, and you can see this on Boston G.B.R. on YouTube channel. So STACEY ABRAMS, I commend you for going to these small towns. I invite you to go to Madison, Florida, and meet with the Madison, Florida 9. When you leave there, STACEY, go to Brooks County with the Quitman 10+2. Move on around to former Mayor Linda Harris in Meigs, Georgia. They removed her. The local newspaper, the Thomas Enterprise Reporter, lied on her. The TV stations lied on her. And they would not be fair and balanced in reporting the truth. Move on over to Camilla, Georgia. Even the female mayor that took office before Mayor Rufus Davis. Read the historical record and see what they did to her and him. Move on around to Lumpkin, Georgia with former Mayor Charles Gibson and the secretary, the black secretary. See what they did to her. Go on from there to Dawson, Georgia. Christopher Wright, shot 6 times, left in his yard for dead. Y'all let me stop there. Y'all let me stop there. It's all been documented. Behind this introduction, I'm gonna post 3 videos, and it's focusing on Douglas, Georgia, Commissioner Olivia Coley Pearson. They brought her up on charges just like they did the Madison, Florida 9, the Quitman 10+2, former Mayor Linda Harris, and many others. So to save time and space, sit back and see how they took her through hell and high water. Her first trial was a mistrial, just like the Quitman 10+2 with Miss Luda Smart. Miss Luda Smart's second trial was a mistrial. In her third trial, she was exonerated on all those bogus, illegal, discriminatory, false voter fraud charges. And of course, Commissioner Olivia Coley Pearson was exonerated also. But they are still after her. Any black elected official who have not sold out the voters and people who vote them into office, they are attacked, Stacey Abrams. So Stacey Abrams, don't just talk about voting rights. Please, Stacey, please, Democratic Party, Republican Party, Green Party, and Independent Party, just don't talk about voting rights. Call me. You don't have to call me. I will email you the names of these people. Some people have died from the stress that the Secretary of State thrust upon innocent, educated, professional black people. And the local Georgia Associated Press have never connected the dots, but I have. Let me repeat. The Associated Press, including Victor Blackwell, Rachel Maddow, and others, none of them have connected the dots like I have connected, because I really and truly believe in voting rights, and I truly believe in freedom of the press, and the public's right to know. Most of these cities, I have sent the information to the local, state, and federal governments, the attorney generals, and they will talk about it, but they will not address the issues what go on in public meetings wherever there's a black majority in the community or where there's a black majority on city council. Now, you don't have to take my word for it. I'm asking you to Google Georgia newly elected, mistreated black elected officials, and you will be able to see them telling their own stories. But then again, who cares except to get to free press? Yeah, I contacted Eric Holder of the Department of Justice, President Barack Hussein Obama. What did he do? Nothing. I'll say again, he did nothing. Did you vote for him, Brother Rhymes? Yes. Did he assist these cities? No. Did you call or notify the Democratic Party? Yes. Did they say something? No. And this is why some blacks say they would never ever vote for the Democratic Party, because the Democratic Party don't assist these small rural towns who are being treated like they in hell on the backside of heaven. Now watch the next two videos and see what they have taken this strong black woman through, and see if you see her being interviewed with Victor Blackwell. See if she's sitting down telling her story to Stacey Abrams. See if the Department of Justice will sit down or call her. Now, 11 Alive came and did an interview on her, me, and some others. But it has no way in the world highlighted the hell that she's caught there in Douglas and Coffee County. It's a story you gotta see. And I have done my best to edit it to let you see what she has gone through. And there's many others that the news media, the white-controlled mainstream news media, will not publish. And so, before you send your son and your daughter off to fight for a country that refused to publish your news, you better think about what you're doing. You better think about it. Yesterday, God blinked on our ignorance, but today, you will be paid for the work you do or the work you fail to do because you live in fear and masquerade as a Christian, as a Muslim, as a Jew, as a Hindu, as a Buddhist, as you, but you won't stand up to make the United States of America a better place to live and raise your children like other Americans did for you when you was in your mother's womb. And if you don't fight to save America and the freedoms that they told you you had but never enjoyed, then you don't deserve any. Now sit back and listen to what we have put together, because number one, we believe in freedom of the press, and we believe in your right to know, and we believe in the United States of America, faults and all. Now hear ye, O Israel. Hear ye, O Israel, black man, black woman, black children, and white right people. Stand on the square of truth, and when you can stand no longer, then be willing to die on behalf of truth, like your ancestors did yesterday. Welcome to our world.
The night where he's in Judah asleep. I wonder who will wake him, bring him to his feet. Speak now or forever hold your peace. There's a night where he's in Judah asleep. I wonder who will wake him, bring him to his feet. Speak now or forever hold your peace. a lion where he's in Judah asleep. I wonder who will wake him, bring him to his feet. Speak now or forever hold your peace. There's a lion where he's in Judah asleep. I wonder who will wake him, bring him to his feet. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I just came tonight to talk to my people. And see, my problem is, I got a bad light bill. But that's my problem, though. Everything that go on in the city is all about you. You. He bash you. He don't bash nobody but you.
Right.
That's the problem I got.
I know.
You feel?
I feel
So it ain't about the light bill, it's about men, black men, loving their sisters and standing up for their sisters when he wrong.
Yeah.
A lot of things that he say, Mr. President, you be wrong about it. I can't see you being racist and me and you grew up together. But every time you do something, it's about her. Why Mr. Paul name don't never be brought up in there? You didn't like Lou. You wanted Lou locked up when Jackie was in there. But now, you on Tony's side, so what's up? Is it a problem with her? Because if it's a problem with her, it's gonna be a problem with me. And that's what we don't want, no problem. But every time you get on your phone, you bashing her. And that's just like a mama. You don't want nobody bashing your sister. And that's why I came the way I came, because the way you keep coming at her. I ask you 1,000 times, come eat with me. Come sit down with me. We can talk. I'm a man. I got $700, $800 light bills. It don't bother me no more. Cause what bothers me is this racist that's put up under the table. And it ain't only you. And it ain't only you. She ain't the only woman up there. She ain't the only person up there. Everybody's business gets swept up under the rug but hers. She had to be on the front page of everything. Libby spoke to what her name yesterday and said something wrong, so we gonna put her on the front page. Now they don't find out that he trying to help the community and come with the community. Now y'all wanna bash him. Everything is on Libby and Tay Tay for what? Who the map? You the map? No. You the map? Okay then. They can't move unless he move. We don't call them 1,000 times about light bills, about police. My homeboy just went to, okay, my boy just went to jail for throwing a plate down and some food got on the police feet and he locked him up for 60 days. What is that? What is that? What is that? They do us the way that they want to do us. But me, I'm going to stand here tonight and I'm going to say this. I lay on my back before I let these, I don't want to go there. Yeah. But I lay on my back before I let anybody mistreat me. Feel that. Now I'm going to pay my way, but I'm not going to be nobody dog. All that dog mess of mistreating people, it ain't no Willie lynching no more. You got some brothers that will be Willie lynched by the man him. Cause we got the man being Willie lynched by this man, and he didn't like his mama. But how can you trust somebody like that? I used to trust because he was my friend. But I don't find the truth out about this. It ain't nothing but a bunch of mess hid up under the table that they don't want to bring out. You can't stop me from talking because you asked me to talk up, so I'm talking up. And if it was any other woman out here, and he was bashing me up every time something jumped off, I'd take up for you too. They put police up there and knowing what they gonna do. Knowing what they gonna do. But I don't warn all of them at the last meeting. Me, I believe in my shirts and I believe in my hat. I don't been through too much to be dogged out. Right. I come from a good grandma. Right. She said, well, other folks don't like, they ain't gonna eat you. But I'm here tonight to let you know, we need to help each other and learn to love each other. Right. We go to church and we pray every Sunday. But as soon as we leave church, we pissed off at each other again. They don't care about us killing each other. We got to learn to love our kids. I got 1,000 children, but I got to learn to love them. You feel me? That's just the truth. I'm living in a house, and I know the whole house insulated. I get a $700 light bill every month. But what can I do besides get up, rake a yard, do something to get some money, but I'm gonna get some money to pay that bill. You know? So it ain't no use in arguing about it. The only thing we gotta do is start walking into what we believe in. God didn't put us last. They did. Everybody come before us. And that's the truth. And now you got more older people that need help. And you got young folks that need help. Right. You got the city, man, I remember they used to take us to Six Flags. Used to take us to the football game. Where the money at? Right. Where the money at? Right. Somebody living off the money. Yeah. If you ain't on the city, you ain't gonna know how the city light bill is. Right. Cause you somewhere else. So you don't care about these children eating. Come on, man. These children need clothes, they need shoes. Cause when you pay that light bill, they go to clothes, they go to shoes, they go everything you don't work for. So then you wonder why people rob. Why people waiting on you to get out your car. But when it turn the other way, they'll straighten up then. That's all they got to do. Just turn the other way and people learn. This is my sister. I love you. Can I help you? Right. I feed every day. I don't brag about it. I give every day. That's what the Power Walk do. I don't have no sponsors. I don't have nobody to look out for me. I get the money out of my pocket. When I pass out, I pass out. When I go feed, I go feed. But I be in my community. Because I know where I come from. Right. And I ain't going to stop.
Wait a minute, before you leave, sir, is your life here in your name?
Who? Yours. I don't have something in my name that's $1,000.
See, look like a lot of times though, when we go and recognize that name, and they don't like you because you speak up for yourself and your people.
Let me tell you something, that's gonna be,
They will really get you.
let me tell you something. One thing I learned through the years, I done been on drugs and everything, so this my community. They didn't deny me. You know what I'm saying? No matter what I did, they didn't deny me. So it don't matter how much money you get, don't never forget where you come from.
Amen.
We can ride a horse today and he can sit there high, but guess what he'll do in the end? He'll bolt, cause he tired of it. So you get out these high horses and learn that if you come out the project, you out the project. That's it.
Could we say, I ain't
Wonder which one we go. File complaints. To file with voters. This way you file the complaints for voter registration? Fraud? I need 5 complaints.
Oh, you need a fraud? You need to call the 1-800 number.
Okay, y'all don't have the complaints here?
No, sir.
Y'all sure? Cause they said,
If you want to do the fraud, you have to call 1-800 number. Okay. If you would, please turn off that video.
huh?
If you would, please turn off that recorder,
Why?
because I do not want to be videoed.
You're a public official. You have no private duty. The U.S. Supreme Court has ruled that. That's not a problem. We finna leave anyway. But listen, I need to.
If you do not turn that video off, you can get out of my office.
No, just call the police, because I know I'm legal. I'll do this all the time. Just call the police.
I did.
Okay, good.
Listen, okay, they said that you had, it's not just about frauds. They said they had, do y'all have any complaints here?
You can file a complaint with me in writing.
Yeah, okay, so you don't have the actual forms?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay. Have it. Yep.
Greetings. Once again, this is the Get To Free Press. I'm George Boston Ryan. I'm in the city of Douglas, Georgia, in the county of Coffee County. And I'm at the Elections and Registrations office. I just went in and recording inside of this facility when I was told by the young lady that I could not record inside of this building. And so they called the police on me. And the police, of course, I walked in with him. I went back outside, got one of my cards, gave the young lady a copy of it, as well as the police officer. I can't understand how people in positions of leadership and authority do not know the First Amendment rights, nor freedom of the press, and your right to know. I'm gonna continue to do what the Founding Fathers set up in our beloved nation, although some people may not understand it. I have absolutely no intentions of giving up the rights of the people. The people have a right to know. And we have gotten complaints. I was called last week about some alleged irregularities at this particular voting area in the state of Georgia in Coffee County. And so I came here today to seek copies of complaints and forms, and I understand that some people have actually requested to sit down with me in front of the camera to tell their story. So this is why I'm here, for no other reason than to record the truth for you, because you do have a right to know. Once again, to Get To Free Press with George Boston Rhymes. I can be found on Facebook, Boston G.B.R. I can be found on YouTube, Boston G.B.R. as I said. And you also can go to GeorgeBostonRhymes.com. You can also go to BostonGBR.com, wherein I have nearly 2 million views and 4,300 subscribers. I've been doing this for a long time. I do it because as a retired military veteran, I know that we have rights, especially when we put our life on the line to preserve these rights for all Americans, not just for a few, Democratic Party, a Green Party, Independent, but for everybody. And this is what it's all about. And I'm gonna be here a while today. I may come back to the polling place a little later on, but I promise you, I will share this video with you. I'm about to leave now, but I will be back.
Lied on Miss Olivia Coley on the stand to try to get Miss Olivia Coley PEARSON convicted. Let's see if she's gonna do the same thing for these other officials we about to file this paperwork for today. See y'all, that's real ignorant. Look at them. That shows the ignorance of the Coffee County people.
Don't talk and laugh on mine, man. I want mine serious, man.
Stand to try to get Miss Olivia Coley PEARSON convicted. Let's see if she's gonna do the same thing for these other officials we about to file this paperwork for today. See y'all, that's real ignorant. Look at them. That shows the ignorance of the Coffee County people.
Don't talk and laugh on mine, man. I want mine serious, man.
Stand to try to get Miss Olivia Coley PEARSON convicted. Let's see if she's gonna do the same thing for these other officials we about to file this paperwork for today. See y'all, that's real ignorant. Look at them. That shows the ignorance of the Coffee County people.
Don't talk and laugh on mine, man. I want mine serious, man.
But listen, black to black folks, law enforcement intimidate us anyway. So why would you walk around with two heavily armed police officers at a voting booth? Please explain that to me. It's intimidation. That's what it is. Intimidation. I think it's better this way, Joe. The library. Well, listen, to black folks, law enforcement intimidate us anyway. So why would you walk around with two heavily armed police officers at a voting booth? Please explain that to me. folks, law enforcement intimidate us anyway. So why would you walk around with 2 heavily armed police officers at a voting booth? Please explain that to me. It's intimidation. That's what it is. Intimidation. But listen, black folks, law enforcement intimidate us anyway. So why would you walk around with 2 heavily armed police officers at a voting booth? Please explain that to me. It's intimidation. That's what it is. Intimidation.
Hello? I'm in Douglas, man, around checking on these white folks. Got family police. All right, cool. Hey, what's up? All right now.
to black folks, law enforcement intimidate us anyway. So why would you walk around with 2 heavily armed police officers at a voting booth? Please explain that to me. It's intimidation. That's what it is. Intimidation.
But don't you live on ground?
How you doing today?
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good. What are you doing out here today, brother?
Yeah, marvelous. It's just good to be alive. Good to be alive. My name is Commissioner Edward Taylor. We're going to ask everyone today to come out and cast your vote for the city commissioner, mayor, and all. I ask everybody, please, ma'am, please, sir, come out and cast your vote. And you all have a blessed day. Thank you very much.
All right, peace be unto you, my
Yes,
brother.
thank you so much.
All
Thank
right,
you.
peace.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing? You got a lead. All right. You got a lead. Heard him. Enjoy. You been doing okay? Good. All right. That's it. If you got a whole day, please do that. You got a whole day. Now, y'all want something to eat, you know, I got deer sausage, deer steak, I got hot dogs, gonna have hamburgers, gonna have chicken wings, shrimp things, any down there.
But listen, black folks, law enforcement intimidate us anyway. So why would you walk around with 2 heavily armed police officers at a voting booth? Please explain that to me. It's intimidation. That's what it is. Intimidation.
Right down there on the corner. The man getting the dishwashing all gathered up right now, you know it all, about 11, 12 o'clock. Say the blessing. Everybody do there you go. Cato Brady. Yes, sir. I'm telling you now. Yes, sir. But matter of fact, there's the son of Arthur Brady, Cato Brady, all them. Yes, sir. Jim drove off.
What? Do it on a Tuesday. Do it on a Tuesday, y'all. Do it on a Tuesday.
But listen, black folks, law enforcement intimidate us anyway. So why would you walk around with 2 heavily armed police officers at a voting booth? Please explain that to me. It's intimidation. That's what it is. Intimidation. Hey, so you got that crazy face. Yeah, got that little thing. I'm trying to check. But listen, black folks, law enforcement intimidate us anyway. So why would you walk around with 2 heavily armed police officers at a voting booth? Please explain that to me. It's intimidation. That's what it is. Intimidation.
Yeah, just walk in and tell them.
It's a
The night where he's in Judah asleep. I wonder who will wake him, bring him to his feet. Speak now or forever hold your peace. There's a night where he's in Judah asleep. I wonder who will wake him, bring him to his feet. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Cast the vote at the ballot.
Amen.
So we'll go downstairs, ballots. How long y'all been down there?
This ballot is the same thing as what's on that machine.
No,
The
I'm
only
talking
difference
about
is it's on paper.
I'm talking about the absentee ballot
How long have we been doing absentee ballots?
with writing.
Anytime there's a candidate that qualifies as a write-in, whatever's on that machine has to be on this. The only difference is one's on paper and one's on a machine.
I'm talking about the mail unit.
That's what I'm saying. The only difference between that and this is this is on paper and that's on an electronic. That's the only difference.
Probably going to be a long process. It's going to take longer than usual. Not that many months, all things considered. A little bit of valve.
So is everybody up there around the ballot on the election board or work for the board of elections?
Yes, except Larry Neesmith.
So why is he up there?
He has helped us with every election reading ballots.
And so the gentleman who's standing behind the gentleman sitting down.
That's Eric Cheney, he's a board member. Matthew's a board member. Wendell Stone, CTP, and Ernestine Thomas Clark.
So what were those ballots you took to the back just a while ago?
That was the envelopes. That wasn't no ballots.
Those the white and the yellow envelopes?
The white envelopes are in the trash.
So I saw something white with
The
those
white
yellow.
was the one that we had to copy over because it had a discrepancy on it. What it had was in the mayor's race, two races was marked. So then the board has to approve which one was the intent of the voter to carry over to the paper ballot that we have to take it to. Because the OS machine will not read it if there's more than one party.
How does the board know the intent?
Because on that race, there was a write-in candidate marked with no write-in, and then a mayor's race marked. There was only one name marked.
And so you're saying that those were only the envelopes?
Yes,
carried
ma'am.
to the back?
But see, once we open the envelopes, the yellow envelope is placed on one side, then the white envelope is taken out. The white envelope still has the ballot inside. The reason we removed the yellow ballot from the yellow envelope from the white envelope is so nobody will know who this vote is for, who voted that ballot.
Okay, so who opened the white envelopes? Were the white envelopes open in here in the?
Yes, ma'am, those open right up here.
Right here, okay. Okay. Thank you.
They do all that right there.
Okay.
So you have to remove the yellow envelope away from them. That way when they open the white, take it out, then they'll split the white envelopes open, take the ballot out, then they can throw away the white envelope because there's nothing on the white envelope at all. Thank you very much. Rock and roll.
Let's rock and roll.
Congratulations to everybody. Thank y'all for doing y'all's part and coming out and voting. So, paper ballots. We had, don't put my face on it. We had, let's go to Mayor. Carver, 9. Coley, 25. Polk, 93. Ward 1, Perry, 1. Taylor, 18. Douglas, 2. Clark Brockington, 20. Durham, 11. Johnson, 1. Three, Olivia Pearson, 16. There was 29 write-ins. Gowan, 4. McNeil, 7. Moore, 5. Yes, 114. No, 5. Douglas, Carver, yes. Carver, 204. Coley, 181. Polk, 583. Ward 1, Perry, 48. Taylor, 103. Ward 2, Clark Brockington, 49. Durham, 109. Johnson, 11. Miss Libby Pearson, and I've said your name different every time, I do believe. 111. There was 60 write-ins. Do I know who those write-ins are for at this moment? No. So, there was 32 write-ins for Carla Grady on paper ballots. So, I did not add any of those up in my head. So, if somebody's added them up, Robert, Kristen, Miss Libby,
32,
Mike.
32 write-ins on paper
What
ballot.
are you adding?
Oh, yeah,
Like for each candidate.
all right, because you called out, before you called out.
Mister, if you don't know all of them is for her that's voting, so how can you get an accurate count?
I'm not talking about the write-ins.
Okay.
I'm talking about for the candidates
Okay.
that's on the ballot.
So 29 write-ins that you mentioned previously came from where?
Paper, right?
29. Yes, paper ballots.
And so where the 32 comes from?
The absentee ballots.
How does that happen?
Because y'all counted 32 over here for
Yeah.
Carla. So,
And there's 32 108s. No. That don't make sense.
Thank you.
Because this paper has got 29.
That's right, that's what you called out.
and y'all said 32, because I can read just well.
Yeah, I mean, we've got it on a piece of paper signed that it's 32. I say we put them back through the machine and run them again. Y'all agree?
I agree.
Can you say the totals again, for Ward, for Ward 3?
For Ward what?
3.
But that's what they confused.
All right, do this. Go through all ballots, and y'all got all the ballots for 108 Douglas out, right? Okay, how many 108 Douglas ballots do we have that's been received? 108 is the combo number.
Combo.
Yeah, that's what I was,
Ward 3.
yeah, that's the card style down at the bottom.
Right.
I don't call them, when it's a ballot, I don't call them by ward, or I call it by combo,
Combo.
or card style.
Yeah, that, I don't know.
Are you wanting the advance vote?
We got to find out.
No, I just want to start it out. Vote the last count, start it out. I just want those.
4 weeks. That's what we're fixing to try to find out.
So, Miss, you mentioned paper one time, and then you mentioned absentee.
Right.
So,
That's what we're fixing, that's what we're trying to find out.
okay, because they're basically the same thing,
Right.
supposed to be.
Right, that's why I'm saying they're gonna count how many paper ballots, absentee ballots by mail, which is the same thing.
What's the total number of absentee ballots? What's the total number of absentee ballots?
Not for Ward 3.
For Ward
Total.
3.
That's what they're counting. They're
Total.
pulling all the 108s right now.
Okay.
Let's just hold on a second, and then we'll get back.
Right.
That's everybody that voted early. No. Yeah, she can't verify. Who written in for? Right. Hey, y'all. All right, I'm playing. Hey, girl, I know you doing now.
All right. Tried to add these numbers up as best I could. We don't have anything close to any final numbers in the Ward 3 election between Commissioner Libby Pearson and John Brady. We're going to have to go back through and redo those numbers. There seems to be some misunderstandings on exactly what we got here, so we don't with that race left out, we're going to go back through and figure those out and get those counts. It looks like right here, these are unofficial numbers. We go ahead and explain that and state that these are very, very, very much unofficial numbers. Okay. In the Ward 1 City Commission race, it appears that incumbent Ed Taylor has defeated Mr. Perry 244 votes to 79. In the Ward 2 race, Commissioner K1 Durham, the incumbent, has defeated Caleb Brockington and Rodney Johnson. Durham got 202 votes, Brockington 1, Johnson 28. I was a little concerned there might be a runoff. Looks like Mr. Durham got about 60 or 61% of the votes, so without a runoff. Again, the Ward 3 race, that's no good here. Decided we've got a lot of figuring to do on that. Mayor's election. Mayor Tony Falk, the incumbent, is going to go without a runoff as well. One hand, 1,431 votes, 443. Carter, 380. Terrence Cole, Tad passed well. I thought it was going to pass by a large margin, but I wasn't sure. I didn't know it was going to pass by this large margin. 1,091 yes. That's what I've got. To my left right now, Commissioner Pearson exactly what that guys and how the votes break down. So once it gets done over there, we'll try to get that. Where the confusion, a lot of where the confusion is coming in. We know how many write-in votes we have, but we don't necessarily know how many write-in votes are already or for something else. But it appears, and this is kind of odd, in a three-person race to have a winner without a runoff. It looks like Taiwan Durham has won his election without a runoff. Mayor Paul has won his without a runoff. Mayor Paul got 1,401. My calculations are right. 443. Yeah, Carla 383. Terrence Stokes. So we're still waiting to see what's going to happen in the Ward 3 race. It's those numbers, I can tell you this. I can tell you this: the Ward 3 race is it is very close. So we'll see what happens in the first go round. The votes 113 write-ins, 103 votes. That's a 9-vote difference. 9 votes could be substantial. This is said, all said and done. We don't know that all 13 votes are write-ins. Excuse me, are for Carter Gray. They're all right. But they may not all be for Carter Gray. Right now, to my left, and is discussing with Commissioner Pearson what the numbers are again. The confusion is the total number of write-ins as compared to the write-in votes for Paula Gray. So we'll have to get a little clarification on that. But right now, Ed Taylor appears that Ed Taylor is one, Commissioner Durham is one, Mayor Paul is one. Tad is passed by an overwhelming margin. I'll tell you what, because all they're approved for this tag. The city, county, and school board have to get together and make some decisions. If there's a close vote, I can see there being some pushback from one or more of those governing bodies. But if there is overwhelming vote in favor, I don't see how anybody can really go against we'll see what happens. There's still another layer to that. In the initial discussions, the initial stages of the TAD process, TAD has passed the vote turn around and you hear the chatter here, there's a lot of discussion, tensions and emotions are high, as you can well imagine. We still have your numbers in Washington. Somebody said we could call Domino's and they would deliver, but I can't make the call. My phone's tied up with
Hey.
Array of police officers sort of spilled over here. Very close to stepping as well.
Let's go. Everybody, let's ride. Blue and gold. Let's ride. Ride. Let's go. Blue and gold. Let's ride. Blue and gold. Let's ride. Come on, Hank. Good?
We did have a little bit of excitement in here.
That was my.
There were 2 police officers in the room, and there were several over to our right in the hallway that connected the room where we are to the actual offices in the voting room, voting building. So, those officers came out and quickly got in between the 2. And they weren't close, it wasn't close, but it was something about that. And it appears things have calmed down, so we need to get back and try to figure out the vote. I tell you, this is going to be very close. Whatever the vote total is going to be close one way or the other. So let's turn the camera around and wait and see if we can get these absentees and write-in votes and what have you squared away, and we'll come back. We'll come back in just a second.
Miss Chairman of the Board, Miss Ernestine, as Chairman of the Board, what is Miss Misty keep going in the back for? No, you're the Chairman, you don't know? But do you know right now?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
The GMs, which collects all the data from all the precincts, is in a room, locked in room waiting under. That's where it's required to be. She's in there running those cards out of the machines through that GM system.
Well, we're not quite ready for the card reports yet. We're still trying to get the determination of the absentee ballots.
Something going on. I got this stuff. You go take it.
My children. Y'all got some Cheryl, go get Cheryl, go get our children.
Go around that side, because he out on them back on the bed.
And today, let Cheryl go get our kids.
Bye, y'all.
Aaron,
Go.
Aaron, you go. What they running out for? What they running out like it's something going on?
Something happened outside. A bunch of people took off running outside. So, something's happened outside.
What's going on? I don't know. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about
Might spill over like this.
I have to print ballots over there.
Still trying to sort out.
Anytime there's a ballot that has a discrepancy on it, we have to transfer it to a blank ballot.
The write-in votes and total number of write-in votes as compared to those write-in votes.
Like those 3.
Figure that out. While
We're not gonna have a question and answer session. Just come here, we gonna come do our job.
Oh, I'm sorry. You are going to answer questions too.
I think she
Oh,
did.
yes.
After she finished, she will.
Okay.
But now she won't.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, all right. Well, somebody needs to stay back there.
Stay back where?
Back there, because I don't know why she keeps running back there.
This is the county. I'm in charge of this. So
Well,
you just hold on and she get back.
No, you might be in charge, Mr. Pope, but I tell you what, it's a lot of discrepancies going on.
Ma'am, I don't care.
I know you don't, because it seems to be in your
She will
favor.
answer you when she finished, okay? That's all I can say.
But no, you talking about he don't care. He a county commissioner and he don't care.
Miss Pearson, hold your peace.
You hold yours.
You're fixing to leave
You
her
hold
because
yours.
I'm gonna dismiss you.
Hold
So you
yours.
understand me?
You hold yours.
I'm a board member and you gonna listen to me.
And I got freedom of speech.
You can, but not in this event.
Listen, all that attitude when the Secretary of State get here, all that shit be adjusted. Because they coming. You calm now.
But do you understand that something
There that is. So, in the meantime, still trying to count votes and see what's going on.
Somebody said they won't be laughing when the Secretary of State get here.
All right. Let's run through the votes. Now, these are my totals based on what we heard just a few minutes ago. And again, we don't have anything close to a resolution in the Ward 3 election, okay? But I can tell you that the Ward 3 election is gonna be close. But we still have some discrepancies and questions about the total number of write-in candidates, write-in votes versus the number of write-in votes that we cast for Gracie. So, again, not every write-in vote may be for Ms. Gracie, so that's what we're trying to figure out. Right now, in the Ward 1 City Commission race, I have 244 votes for Ed Taylor, 79 for Mr. Perry. The Ward 2 election, incumbent Table on Durham, 242 votes. Ms. Brockington, 121 votes. Rodney Johnson, 28 votes.
May I have your attention, please?
Hang on just a second.
May I have your attention, please? The numbers that has been given out already are unofficial. There will be no more numbers given out tonight. No more. Wow.
All right, I've never seen that happen.
I imagine you have us. Mr. President.
Well, I guess the flames ain't going to wait and don't.
No more numbers will be called out. However, I'm quite sure the numbers will be made available to us once they are tallied. But again, and I've been saying this, they are unofficial. These numbers that I'm giving out, we're reporting are unofficial.
Never.
If you back up where we left off, the race for mayor, Mayor Tory called 1,431 votes. Kevin Carter 443 votes.
We have held our
383 votes.
own
Tad
city
passed
commission before.
1,091 votes. 266 votes.
No.
Alcohol referendum in the city of Nichols passed 45 votes to 45 yes and 10 no. Still don't have any votes for Ross.
Don't say that no more. No. I'm just telling you all that.
I had said that I thought it might be a very stressful, very tense night, and we have to build over here. Police have come into action tonight. Nothing happened inside here. There was some talking back and forth. Something apparently happened outside. So there's still police officers outside. Yeah, more coming.
Larry.
Yeah, there are 3 more police officers coming to the room. We've heard a tense exchange between Commissioner PEARSON, also election board member Eric Cheney, and County Commissioner Austin Paulson. Welcome out to the mayor coming in. Saw that here. And it's getting close to 9 o'clock, and we still can't call the election. Can't call it. Can't call it yet. And if they're not giving us any numbers, we'll hang around for as long as we can. But again, I'm not going to think what's the number. That's supposed to explain it. We can announce it. We'll see what happens. So again, that's where we stand right now. It looks like, in the city, I haven't got the project, in the city, we'll go ahead and call all of the elections except for the Ward 3 City Commission election. That one is still up in the air. We'll have to see how that plays out. Hopefully we'll know tonight, but that's where we are. How many registered voters in the city? Approximately 7,400. And we've got 2,206 is what they reported, so somewhere around 30% That's where we are right now.
We
Give you an update as
Priscilla Davis.
things develop.
Congratulations. Priscilla Carter Davis or whatever. Would you please?
Can't make it up. Can't make it up.
Why you want to leave?
How? You go to jail. I ain't want you to get that's right.
For what?
Congratulations. Congratulations.
So they can start back.
They say they
Let them lock up. Let them lock up. Everybody in. Look at them over there with balance. Look at them over there with balance. Video. They over there with balance.
It's video. It's video. And enjoy it. Yes, it is.
We are going to move.
Yes, Lord.
He's not allowed.
Who not allowed?
I'm gonna check to see, are you allowed back here?
Preston back here.
It don't make any difference. I'm gonna see. Where this person go? He's about to come with Mr. Preston.
That blue stuff's in there, that
Yeah,
be in there.
yeah, that, y'all need to come out here to the
Yeah.
foyer.
Yeah, 'cause that, yeah, tell Robert,
Mr. Preston.
Robert, y'all.
Don't need to come out here.
They take care of me.
No.
We're gonna let him
They
stay
can go
right
out here.
He can come out here
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody
Under
have to
one-
go out there.
under one request.
Yes.
Do not put me on that camera,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
If you'll pause that.
I'm asked to pause it, and I'm following her instructions.
Okay.
She also said she didn't want to be recorded. I do not know about that, but I'm going to try my best not to record her either. If you notice, Preston was in there. I was not permitted, and I followed him because I'm a press just like he is, and there should be no favoritism. It should be equal and just. I don't see where she asked Preston not to record her, but we do this all the time, and I'm accustomed to it.
We've turned ours off too. It was requested earlier.
Good.
I requested another.
Commissioner Pearson, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I do have a couple of things that I'd like to say. First of all, I'd like to expound on Mr. Roscoe Allen, who came before us at the work session. And I'd just like to say that, you know, I can understand Mr. Allen's passion. I understand, you know, where he's coming from. He mentioned a couple items. He mentioned one where he didn't get reimbursed for developing Alderman subdivision, which is a subdivision behind where I live. There was a incentive program in place, and we can't find documentation that says it was actually done away with, and he feels that he is entitled to those approximately $40-something thousand. So I can understand his passion, and I thank him for coming forward, letting us know, you know, his concerns. He also mentioned the issue with Mr. Brandon Paul. I haven't met the young lady who was hired after Mr. Paul. Since Mr. Paul left, I haven't met the young lady yet. That is my department. I will try to get with Ms. Henderson so I can meet the young lady. I wasn't aware of what she was making. I don't know if Mr. Paul was making that amount or not. But anyway, I just like to say that I can definitely understand his concerns. And as I've said before, well, before I say what I've said before, I want to say that this past weekend, we had a mediator here in Douglas, Georgia, Minister Denise Freeman. She attended one of our city council meetings before. And she works with the Board of Education on the board in Lincoln County. And she does mediating. And she came forward to try to get some issues resolved in our community, because she's seen where Douglas Now has posted things about various persons. She saw where Douglas Now posted about and whatever said about I was unopposed in the election, and then all of a sudden after he posted that, the next day or so, it was somebody went and qualified to do a write-in past the qualifying date. So it seems as though Douglas now is manipulating and controlling districts 1, 2, and 3. And it's sad. He's expressed more concern about districts 1, 2, and 3 than he has about 4, 5, and 6. And it's really sad that sometimes you have people who allow other people to manipulate them and think for them. So I just like to say to the citizens of Douglas, be very, very careful. I'm saying that again. Be very, very careful who you choose to vote for. Learn to think for yourself. Don't allow anybody else to think for you or manipulate you or tell you if somebody needs to be opposed or not. You know a person if they've been doing a good job in your community or not. Think for yourself and stop being manipulated and stop being a puppet. And also, I like to also speak on very briefly the incident about up at the shopping center, not shopping center, but Little Mike's restaurant. Mr. Michael Clark got in touch with me and told me that that's his property and that his daughter does not own that, and she had no reason to tell the police department that I could not come up there. But some of my constituents asked me about that, so that's why I want to talk on that. If you read the paper, you'll see that there were no threats made, there were no assaults made. The lady stated that we argued. I didn't even consider it an argument. I considered it a discussion. We had a discussion on a couple of items, and we disagreed on those items. But no cursing, no threatening, none of that. But she called me that Sunday morning and she said to me, Miss Olivia, I'm sorry that I had to involve the police with that. She said, because it really was not warranted. She said, I overreacted. So, but to the citizens of District 3, I just let you know, I did not give a comment to the newspaper. The newspaper did not contact me. Robert Preston contacted me, but it seems like he's always trying to contact me when there's something negative going on. He's never contacted me when there's something positive, when I've gotten the highest award to be awarded to an elected official. He's never contacted me when I was honored as in Florida for that award. So I didn't respond to him, but the newspaper did not give me an opportunity to respond. And I'm not sure if I would have responded to them either, because of the fact that I wanted to say what I had to say while sitting here in this seat where I represent all the people of District 3. I think that's all that I have, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Pearson.
We be swimming in sin. I see the lesbian and the million feminine men. These days be numbered. The end is right in sight. Behold, he comes quick like a thief in the night. At the head of 10,000, he be moving the fight. Burning holes at his feet. Look, observe the flight. In the bottomless pit, they be falling, still dying. Who can save the line? Bring him home to Zion. There's a line where he's in Judah sleep. I wonder who will wake. Bring him to his feet. Speak now, or forever hold your peace. The violence of this beast must cease. Look out, I see a line where he's in Judah sleep. I wonder who will wake. Bring him to his feet. Speak now, or forever hold your peace. The violence of this beast must cease. There's a line where he's in Judah sleep. I wonder who will wake. Bring him to his feet. Speak now, or forever hold your peace. The violence of this beast must cease. There's a line where I wonder who will wake him. Get up, line. 99 chef. Anyway, Obama back here. For 442 goddamn damnable years. The cop is just laid strict. I see eagles gathered everywhere. Eagles still be gathered. Come on. Don't stop.